Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be part 2 of the alcohol inks video where I test whether they actually work or not. I've put a picture up there so you can see that they did actually work. So sorry for the spoiler, but I had to put that there so that you can see that they do actually work when you make them yourself at home. Yeah, they're not as pigmented as the ones that you might buy from a store, but you can, you know, just layer them up. And also there is another way that you can use them. You can put a few drops into a little pot and leave it to evaporate and then add some more drops over the top of that, and then you've got sort of a double concentrate of your alcohol inks if you want to do it that way. It doesn't take very long for it to evaporate, only I'd say 10 minutes or so. So that's another way to do it. So I will warn you that this video is quite a bit longer than the other videos, and that's just because I was really enjoying myself playing with these things. And the problem is, once you've done a design, there's so many different things you can do with it, and you keep playing with it, adding more alcohol to it to change the design, and adding more of your inks to change it again, and you could just go for hours and hours. And I was doing it for about an hour, and then I was like, right, I've got to stop now. But it's hard to leave it when you've seen the design and you know you can make it better. You're just like, oh well, I'll just do this and I'll just do that, but you can't do that because it'll take forever. Before you know it, hours have gone by. So anyway, what I'm doing is I'm just putting the alcohol ink into these little pots, just a few drops at a time because I don't want to waste any of it. And you saw me with some brushes there. These are really old brushes. I don't care if these get ruined because I've not done this before. I've no idea whether this stuff is going to ruin those brushes or not. So I don't know if the ink's going to come out at the end. I assume it would if you just put it in some more alcohol, but I'm not sure. So let's give it a go and find out. Right, so what I've done is I've used some fake nail tips and I've put 2 coats of white gel polish on, followed by a coat of matte gel top coat. I had heard from some people that it does work better if you use a matte top coat. So what I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to do some designs on a matte top coat and some with a shiny top coat, like a no white top coat, and see what the difference is when the alcohol goes onto it, and see if there's any problems with that or not. So this first one, I thought I was recording when I wasn't, so I'm sorry about that. I've already put 2 colours onto the nail, but I've put the blue on at the end so you can see what I'm doing. I've just done the same. I've just done 3 stripes, the pink, and then that's the purple one in the middle, and then it's the dark blue on the outside. And this is over a matte top coat, this one. And now this last colour that I'm putting on is the neon blue, and this is the least pigmented of all of them. It doesn't really show up very much, so I think if I did that one again, I would put 2 pens in that one, because it isn't very pigmented. But like I said at the beginning of the video, if you just let it evaporate a bit till it's dry, usually about 10 minutes, and then you put a few more drops in, it's going to become more and more concentrated and more pigmented, so you can do that. With this one, I just wanted to see how much colour I could put on, just layer after layer, and see what happened, you know, rather than just putting the colour on and then putting some alcohol on to break it up. I wanted to see if I could sort of break it up with the inks, putting more of it on, because I've seen someone do that. I think it was Natalie Mugridge on her channel. I like watching her channel. She does a lot of different designs, and she did an amazing one with alcohol inks. It looked really good, but hers were a lot more pigmented than mine. And she did, when I've seen videos of people using them, they've just put a little tiny amount on and then gone in with the alcohol, but she really put a lot on, and it looked amazing when she'd done it, and she blended it all really nicely as well. Mine didn't turn out anything like hers, but I still had fun trying. So where I've been putting the alcohol on and the colours and things like that and playing with it, I've sped this video up because otherwise it would be really, really long. I've cut quite a lot of it out where it's just the same, where I'm just playing with it, so you're not missing anything. So I'm just going on to another nail now, and I'm going to try a different way. I'm just going to put some blobs all over in different colours and then try and break that up with the alcohol and see what that does. I have done a Sharpie nail art video a while ago, and that wasn't alcohol inks, that was just Sharpies, just like, you know, colouring the nails with them and then using the alcohol to break it up, which works really well as well. But this is like a similar technique that I used in that video. you can see that as I'm doing it, I'm putting quite a bit of alcohol on, and that is making it spread a lot more. But you could pat your brush onto some tissue paper, and then that'll get more alcohol off your brush and it won't spread as much. So you can do that. You can do it really slowly, you can do it quick. It's amazing how many different looks you can get with these inks. I love them. So with this nail I was putting quite a lot on just to experiment with that and see how different I could get it to look. And I do just carry on and play, and if you do take off too much, just put some more on. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't, I was going to say it doesn't dry. It does dry, but because you're constantly putting the alcohol on and the inks on, that stops it from drying. There is one thing that I need to say though, when you finish your design and you're happy with it, you do need to let the alcohol completely dry on the nail, like sort of air dry, before you put any top coats on or anything like that, because it will smear if you don't let it dry long enough. And you don't want that. You don't want to have spent ages and ages playing with this ink for you to ruin it like that. Okay, so I'm going to put some music on now and let you just watch what I'm doing, and I will come back to you later. So I'm using the Born Pretty top coat. That's a no white top coat. The only reason I'm not using my Aimeili top coat is because I love it so much and I don't want to get any alcohol ink in it. There was no way that I was going to use that one and risk it getting any of this stuff in it, so that's why I just left that one alone. Okay, so now I've top coated this one. I haven't cured that top coat. It's still wet, and I'm going to just add some of this canny gel paint with a fine detail brush, and I'm just going to add a little bit of definition in there with some lines, give it a sort of marbly look. So this took a long time as well because I wasn't happy with it and I was messing about with it for ages, so I've sped this up and cut some out as well, but you can see what I'm doing. And you can do this in multiple layers. You don't want to get your nail too thick, but you could, you know, keep top coating it and put in, you know, a bit more white in, a few more lines of different colours, and that's how you do rose quartz nails and things like that, and they do look amazing. So you could do that with these inks as well. That's another design you could do. So when I'm happy with all the white lines and where they've placed, I will cure that top coat, and then I'll just go over with another top coat and make sure that that white is all sealed in. Okay, so now we are onto the nails that have the shiny top coat. This is the Born Pretty No Wipe top coat, so this isn't a matte top coat. And if you look at the way it's spreading, it does look completely different than when you use it on a matte top coat. It sort of starts to break up straight away. It starts to go more transparent in the middle. And then you have the darker lines on the outside of any shape that you put on. So I think this would be quite good for doing flowers and things like that. I did try to do a few sort of circular ones on a different nail, but it didn't really work out. I'm not the best at freehand art, and that one didn't work out. I mean, this one looks a bit strange. It does anyone see Bigfoot? It looks like Bigfoot. Well, that's what I think. Looks like the back of Bigfoot as he's walking away. So I didn't like that. I knew that it looked like that, so I was trying to break it up. So you just keep messing with it, you just keep playing with it. And as you can see, when the alcohol goes on, it does spread a lot more and a lot quicker with this shiny top coat than it does on the matte top coat. And you get a lot more of the sort of faded effect around the outside when you put the alcohol on, and I really like that. So this is the second design on the shiny top coat, and I don't know if you can see, but that colour is a lot more pigmented now, and that's because the alcohol had evaporated. So I'd put more alcohol into the same little tub, but obviously it had all the residue from the previous alcohol that had dried up, so it's more concentrated, and I like the colour a lot more. So obviously I only had the 4 colours because those were the colours that I did myself, and I've not done any more yet. I will be doing a yellow, I think, maybe possibly a green. I'm not really a massive fan of green. We'll see what other colours I do, but yellow's definitely going to be one of them. I could definitely add that into these designs, but I just chose the favourite colours that I tend to use. So I'm just practicing here with the fake nails, but I will be putting some designs with the alcohol inks on my own nails, and that will be part 3 of this video series, so make sure you have a look for that. That will be out soon. Okay, so this last one is on a shiny top coat as well, and I'm just trying to do sort of a less is more design with this one. I'm trying to make sure that there's as little as possible. I don't want it to be full of colour like the other ones. I want it to be quite faded and have some veining through it, but not, you know, not too obvious. So that's what I'm going for with this one. I don't know what shape I was trying to do. I was just drawing lines on, so it didn't really make any sense. But that's the beauty of these inks. You can just do whatever you want with them. And they're all different. When you put them on your nails, every single nail is going to be different, because you just can't get two the same. It's almost impossible to do the same design twice. So here are all the designs together. They've all been top coated now. And I can't wait to put them on my nails. I really can't, and that's going to happen soon. I'm gonna, as soon as I've finished doing this video, I'm gonna then go and do them on my nails and see what I can do, because I'm sure it'll be different again. I love the ones with only a little bit of colour, and I love the one that's got loads and loads. So I hope you like this video. I had loads of fun doing it, and I hope that you try it at home as well and let me know what you think. Send me some pictures of your designs that you've done, because they're all so different and I love looking at them. But thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all my new subscribers. Thanks for everyone who's been with me from the start. My channel's growing and it's all thanks to you. Thank you so much. And if you do subscribe, don't forget to hit that bell button so that you get notified whenever I upload a video. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you again in the next one.